Altcoins are pumping. Bitcoin is pumping. We are pumping. If you have been subscribed to my Crypto Bliss channel for some time now, you would be joining us on the community of making wealth. So welcome back to the Crypto Bliss show. Thank you for being here with me again today. I did this crazy video for you yesterday, so I hope you guys have watched that one. Yes, of course, the thumbnail is clickbait. There's no doubt about it, and I'm not going to hide that. But the content within that has validity to show you why we should see Bitcoin at $1 million sooner rather than later. Let's delve right into today's content. I have a lot to share with you, as you can see, and so much fun ahead for us. So let's delve right in today here. Thank you for being part of my Crypto Bliss community. I know my community, you just do what you do and you do the best thing that you can do for us and for all the blessed opportunity here. So today we can see BTC market. Shout out to Benjamin Cowan for this. BTC market cycle ROI. As we can see, the current cycle is the pinkish one. So cycle 5. Cycle 1, cycle 2 aren't in here at this point. But market cycle 3 is the orange, market cycle 4 is the blue, the green, and this current one is the purple. So as you can see here, we're right on time, my friends. We're right on time. You know, often people would be moaning at us for this tiny little blip here. Oh no, the market's falling. But yet they're not prepared enough and ready enough for what is actually about to pop up and explode here. So are you, is the question, because right now we're seeing some amazing stuff come out of Bitcoin. And the one thing about Bitcoin, my friend, is you don't want to become rich. Rich means you have debt that services items that you cannot afford. I've been in that position myself. I would prefer not to continue to be in that position, and hence me investing in crypto and in Bitcoin. So as much as I'm a Bitcoin maxi, I love Bitcoin, and I do praise it for being the world's best asset without a doubt, but I don't believe that it's the only asset that will survive going forward. Most of the assets actually have world use case for the transition from Web 2 to Web 3. And so with understanding that those charts do that, and those alternative cryptos do that, you can become wealthy by doing exactly what I told you to do in this video, okay? And the reason for that is that when you buy these altcoins, you sell these altcoins, and here is just very simple, close the chart. One very simple example is taking your Cardano or your XRP and then trading it into Bitcoin once those gains have been set up and made. So the very interesting fact that you can leverage your altcoins, which we're heading into altcoin season right now. You need to watch this video. It's very, very important, and I'll leave it pinned in the card above for you. That will create your immense wealth, your immense generational and lifetime wealth. You don't want to be sitting on the sideline here with expensive depreciating assets, because a Gucci t-shirt and a Gucci belt, once you use them a few times, to start frank, they're not worth much more than the pieces of material that they are, okay? Those are just name tags on clothing items that are made with, dare I say it, yeah, just exploited labor, okay? So Lamborghinis, all of that, cool, man. Go rent the Lamborghini for a weekend and keep your money. Like, you don't need the vehicle unless you really just want to continue to show off and you're doing a collector's item in vehicles. Like, I do agree that certain of those assets do hold their value, but most of them don't. And especially if they're producing hundreds of Lamborghinis for all the wealth that is about to be created, okay? Because people will buy Lamborghinis, and that's just what it is. So now, shout out to Stock Money Lizards, and I've said this to you in this video here, and that's why I need you to stay aware, because the bull market, boom, 500 days. The bear market, a couple, 200 odd days, and that's pre-halving, okay? Now we are at 500 days, okay, we're in approximately only 200 days into this, which means we still have an approximate of 300 days left in this cycle. And look where we could reach, my friends. Look where we could reach. I think we could reach 300k. You guys know that that's my target already. And here within it, we just see that here was the BTC dominance top. Here was the BTC dominance top. Here is the BTC dominance top. No doubt about it. Okay. Now, alt holders, it is definitely about your time. And that's what it is that I was saying. Altcoins will start to outperform Bitcoin. And therefore, I don't know how many of you are newbies on the channel. Make some noise in the comments below if you are a newbie down in the channel. Most newbies won't know the cycles of Bitcoin. Okay. Most dinosaurs like myself in the space, I can't say I'm a dinosaur, but I've been here at least for 1.5 cycles so far, and I'll continue to be here forever. I'm going to say this to you because crypto is actually just so much fun, and it is so easy if you know what to do and if you do the right thing. If you're in it to make a quick buck, my friend, you're going to lose all your money. If you're in it to make wealth, lifetime generational changing wealth, then follow my channel, subscribe to the Crypto Bliss community, and hit my Bybit link because I'm going to show you my trades in a moment, and let's get trading together. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 of them will end up taking profit. We'll have a look at it in a moment. But I agree completely with this here is that we're literally seeing dominance topple over. And like I said to you, there is no second best to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has no founder. It has no ruling foundation. Has no pre-mine, has no insiders, has no initial investors, has no office, has no website, has no paid executive team, has no marketing team, has no paid dev team, had no starting price, has no human controlling it, is the fairest money on earth. Yeah, my friend. Woo la la la. Shout out to Carl from the moon. Whales are accumulating Bitcoin like crazy. They are accumulating Bitcoin like crazy. Look at the red line here, okay? And CryptoCoin, because the chart's from CryptoCoin. They are accumulating tremendous amounts of Bitcoin. The price is pumping. The accumulation is pumping. I don't know about you, but man, I've been buying me Bitcoin and crypto like crazy. And this is one particular reason why. The Trump administration reportedly plans to eliminate capital gains taxes on US registered cryptocurrencies, including XRP, Hedera, HBAR, Algo, XLM, and a whole bunch more, my friends. CryptoCoin. Now, this is very, very important. We could perhaps see a shift from the typical 4-year cycles on breakouts November 28th to bear cycles November 28th the following year, or the following times, the following 2 years. And then the bottom out happens November 28th. It's so interesting how November 28th and 2 days ago was November 28th. We'll have a look at the chart in a short little moment. But November 28th, red year starts. Once the red year starts, okay, boom, pump, boom, pump, boom, pump, boom, pump. Could we reach 300,000 cycle? Well, when nation states are FOMOing into Bitcoin, and that is intensifying, okay, I'm surprised I haven't even heard South Africa anywhere on this list. But Russia recognizes Bitcoin as property. Morocco legalizes it after a 7-year ban. China declares Bitcoin as property. Brazil introduces Bitcoin strategic reserve bill. And they are front-running the US. I don't believe you understand how important all of these are. Everybody's rushing to beat America because America's just doing this, okay, while everybody else is actually already at documentation, signing, processing, lifting bans, all kinds of things. Russia President Putin has officially signed law regulating Bitcoin and crypto as property and exempting exempting transactions from VAT tax. That's mad. Not only that, but Hong Kong to eliminate capital gains tax on Bitcoin and crypto for hedge funds and family offices in bid to become global crypto financial times. Dude, all you have to do is open up a crypto trading company in Hong Kong, okay, and start trading it, and you got tax-free on your capital gains. In other words, the UAE, Russia, Hong Kong, because this is China, essentially, okay? Hong Kong, Japan are going to join the boat soon. Brazil will join the boat soon. El Salvador will join that boat soon. And so many more countries will join that boat soon. President Trump, if you watched this video, I noted you that President Trump is doing the same thing. So yes, there are a couple weeks behind the rest of the world that are literally pulling the trigger on this entire crypto scenario right now. My friends, you have no idea what we're in for this cycle. Okay, because we can see that the balance on exchanges since February has gone from 2.7 right down to about 2.3 million. Okay. And the price has gone from the lowest down here at 40K, bouncing to just prior $100,000. I don't know about you, but supply shock is incoming harder than you can imagine. I'd like to share this video here from these from Scaramucci and Tom Lee. Okay, this is one of the most clear and concise explanations about what is going on with MicroStrategy and Bitcoin for those who don't understand.
Derail MicroStrategy's stock play. What red flag should we watch?
What's been novel is
Could anything derail MicroStrategy's stock play? What red flag should we watch for? Good question, Lon from Rhode Island.
Lon, I might just need to explain for some other viewers what MicroStrategy is doing. MicroStrategy, around 5 years ago, transformed the company by using its balance sheet. They had a lot of cash on hand to buy Bitcoin. And so instead of the stock being valued on its actual software business, which had been languishing, it's valued as a holder of Bitcoin. But as Bitcoin has risen and MicroStrategy's stock has gone up, it's created an opportunity for them to issue convertible bonds and debt to acquire more Bitcoin. What's been novel is that they've issued these debt securities for almost no interest cost, essentially zero interest bonds. And so they're funding this without having to actually pay for the interest expense. Now, you might think that this is a little bit reckless, but it turns out it's a very novel strategy because they have created a lot of network value. They're one of the largest holders of Bitcoin now, and ultimately they may become the second largest holder of Bitcoin after the US government. And they're doing this with the ability to borrow at very low cost. You might wonder, why are bondholders buying these bonds? They're offering for the first time the ability for someone to put $1 billion of work in the bond world to own a bond that has exposure to Bitcoin. These have been incredibly high performing bonds. They've been the best performing bonds. So they've helped bond managers outperform by buying typical corporate bonds, but then with this upside in crypto. And so I think that this works unless Bitcoin itself doesn't have a promising future. I think Michael Saylor has not only done something brilliant, but over time, when they do accumulate enough Bitcoin, they're actually going to be able to do quite a lot of novel things with it, whether it's lending Bitcoin or helping some financial system secure Bitcoin as sort of the anchor of that network. MicroStrategy is going to be one of the few companies that has a large holding of Bitcoin that you can actually tap. So it's a very, I kind of applaud the strategy. So I think that there is a lot of upside.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant content there from Tom Lee and Scaramucci. And the question is, well, the real statement is that they're doing so well, MicroStrategy. They're borrowing money at zero. They're about to buy more Bitcoin than pretty much anybody else other than BlackRock. BlackRock is being a beast at buying Bitcoin. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff ahead of us, my friends. But the price pulling up very nicely when you zoom in, okay? This is very important here. Let's ignore all other candles other than the current weekly candle that we're on. This current candle has already picked up itself up by about 7%, okay? It's massive for a candle. It hasn't broken through yet. However, what I can say to you is that when we open up next week as December for the first new day of the month, this candle is one of the biggest candles we have seen in Bitcoin for a very, very long time. And so I would say to you that yes, maybe the new month's candle wicks down, boom, and then pops back up. Who actually knows? But all I can say to you is that if it does do that, you won't even have a breath to buy Bitcoin at that price. It's going to jump down and pump back up, if it even does that, okay? Maybe it just sits flat here for the first day of next week, and then boom, cracks through that 100K level, right through up to our 130K next target. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, my friend. With the BTC dominance literally at its peak right now, we can expect altcoins with a strong wick like this, with altcoins to actually start making some massive returns for us. And like I've said to you, this would be an increase in the market cap of about 30 odd %. 30 on average, 30 odd % improvement, 42% gains on your altcoins. Make sure you subscribe here and use my buy button link down below. Get yourself some awesome deposit bonus. Here's my HBAR BTC. Okay, so this is what I was talking to you about BTC, okay, an altcoin against BTC. So if we had to impromptu measure, and we're not going to really measure that all-time high here right now, okay, we're just going to measure this first all-time high, and this is modest, okay. Look at the gain we've already made on this against Bitcoin here. We've made a 2.3x gain against Bitcoin. If you bought Hedera right down at that bottom, you've got a 2.3x against Bitcoin. If it reaches here at this peak top here, you've made a 20x gain against Bitcoin. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you invested $1 Bitcoin into HBAR, okay, at this level here, and you sell it out at this level, your one Bitcoin will convert into 20 Bitcoin. Okay. Now you ask, well, with the supply shock that's busy happening, with everything that's going on, the Bitcoin price running up, well, you would make these gains against Bitcoin, plus Bitcoin's going up. Okay. So you would be infinitely wealthy. You would be building wealth, not richness. Because richness is for food. Richness is for you feel rich and enriched in your life. You feel nourished. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So it's a very different ball game. Okay. Last chart that I want to show you is that Ethereum, total Ethereum spot ETF net inflow, okay, and that's why Ethereum's price is pumping, has surpassed, okay, spot net $333 billion, 333 million in daily inflows, topping Bitcoin for the first time. So it beat Bitcoin's inflows yesterday, okay, which is amazing. And honestly, we have a long way to go in this market, my friends. Make sure to stay tuned to this channel. Thank you for being here. Hope you all have a blessed, beautiful, wonderful, incredible day ahead.